Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to the Today's Restaurant News Networking Group, March 22nd. And my name is Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News. And we are a group of vendors in the industry who are here to help each other grow our businesses and to help any owners, managers, or chefs with any questions or problems they may have in running their business. We're here to help, and we look forward to doing that today with a guest that we have today. We have several new people here today, and I'd like to just quickly introduce each one of them and ask you to tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're located. And we will then double back to you at the end of our other intros to let you put in anything you might have forgotten. And before I do start that, I'm going to welcome as a member our hospitality attorney, Max. Welcome aboard officially.
Thanks so much. I'm glad to be a part of this. And I'm Max Beaulieu. I'm the principal and managing attorney of the Beaulieu law firm. I'm a corporate transactional attorney in the space of hospitality and entertainment and general business. So we get to buy a business, sell a business, do some corporate restructuring, some intellectual property work, some liquor licensing in New York and New Jersey. I'm a guy, and I'm looking forward to this journey with you guys.
Oh, well, welcome.
Well,
and we're going to I'm going to introduce the new people as I see you on the board. So, and the first person I see is Vito. Good morning. Tell us who you are and what you do.
All right. Good morning. And first of all, thank you, Howard, for allowing me to join. I live in Boca Raton. I've been in hospitality for over 40 years. I started as a pot scrubber at the age of 13 in an Italian restaurant. Most notably, latest, I have my own company, which is called Software Sherpa, which is a consulting firm for hospitality, healthcare, and retail. Prior to that, I went from pot scrubber to a CTO with the last company I worked for. So I was chief technology officer for 7 years with that company. Been to the NRA show 25 years in a row, which is that's grueling. For about 20 of those years, I would give presentations to the crowd in Microsoft on products that I had created. I received an award from Microsoft for a product that I created. I also work for a company that everybody knows in our industry, J-Tech Communications.
Oh, sure.
I was on the engineering team that created that product. Internally we called it beep beep wiggle wiggle, and we sold millions of those, not only to hospitality but also to healthcare. And then on the personal side, and I'll just be brief. I coached 30 seasons of basketball. I give money to 3 different charities. And I'll finish with, I'm also a professionally trained IndyCar driver.
Whoa.
Going down Glades Road.
Not today.
I went to Mario Andretti Indy driving school, and it was really awesome, actually. I mean, I was doing 180 miles an hour by myself in an open car.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's my dream. I want to do that.
Yeah.
There's 3 hours of training before you get out there. But I'll just finish. I don't want to be too lengthy here, but I'll tell you what, I give, like Danica Patrick, I've always followed her career. I don't know how she did the like Daytona or Indy 500 for 4 hours, because I was out there for like 20 minutes. And when you're doing 180 miles an hour and they do that much, I mean, they're doing 235 now. When every corner you go into, the centrifugal force the wall wants to kill you. So you have to tense up all your muscles, legs, arms, everything. So that, and you keep a line, otherwise it's going to pull you right up into the wall. I don't know how she did it. It's amazing to me, but it was a great experience.
Can I just say, just real quick on that? Danica Patrick, do you know the last name of Marson? Marson, Brian Marson? He was the official sponsor for her, his line of gourmet cookies and things. He has his own, he's a multimillionaire, but he, yeah, Danica Patrick, amazing that you said her in particular, obviously. Female,
I followed her. Yeah, I followed her for a long time. I mean, I was just so impressed with her. And most recently,
Your sound just went off, but we'll double back to you. Let's see, where am I? Angela, are you with us? I want to introduce Angela because she is, as I said before, a restaurateur, and you're in Dallas, I believe. You're on mute, so take yourself off mute.
There you go.
There
Yep,
you go.
I'm in
And-
what we call the Texas Hill Country between San Antonio and Austin.
Oh, nice.
Make sure that you look at our April issue of today's restaurant. We are featuring Dallas as a culinary city in our centerfold.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I'll do that.
We just
So,
so tell us a little bit about yourself and your restaurant, and welcome.
thank you. So, I'm a native Texan, but my heart's in Florida. So I'm living vicariously through all of you. My husband and I actually, when we first met, he said he was moving to Tampa and I was a Texas girl and he opted to stay for a few years, but he's ready to get there. So, so that may be happening at some point in the future, but he and I have decades in corporate. I've worked for 4 Fortune 500 companies. And after having done that and have these big corporate resources, we decided to step into consulting with startups. And so I have a gift for hospitality. He loves his red wine. We got in the alcohol business and we did alcohol for special events. And because of our experience in that space, we got approached about standing up a steakhouse. So my husband, Rich, is actually 50% owner of a steakhouse here in the Hill Country. We say it's where upscale dining meets Hill Country hospitality. And I can tell you that although there were so many great things that we had to offer that experience in terms of recruiting and negotiating contracts and hospitality and social media and infrastructure, there's a ton that we learned. So for people who have never worked in F&B, owned a restaurant, I can tell you based on my experience, and y'all know this, they can't even imagine what they're walking into. So, so we still have that interest in the steakhouse, but what we've actually learned that we have a passion for is helping these folks survive, because the cost of goods sold is doing nothing but going up. Real estate is doing nothing but going up. Y'all know that better than anybody in your markets. Finding great, solid, loyal, coachable resources, people is getting harder than it's ever been. And that's a cost of goods sold that's also going up. So we're putting together a small business advisory to, because we have stumbled upon some fantastic licensed professional resources in legal and marketing and HR and IT and in finance, bookkeeping, because even bookkeepers say it's messy. Working in the restaurant business is messy and a lot of people don't want to do it. But we've been very fortunate to find cost-effective ways to give not just F&B owners, but small business people access to the resources they need, because y'all know better than anybody too. It is so hard to get these things stood up, but in a day, our businesses can be lost with, with somebody who has a perception about an experience that maybe wasn't the case, or a bad social media review or whatever. So we're really, really passionate about helping business owners succeed and get the expert advice they need when these things happen, because they do happen.
Well, I think there are many people here today who can answer a lot of the questions that you may have.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've learned a lot and been very fortunate, like I said, to have this bench of experts in these areas where restaurateurs and other small business owners can't and don't need to hire full-time permanent staff to run HR or to be an in-house counsel resource. Or so we're working on the go-to-market for that. And I'm excited about where that's going to take us. And I'm thrilled to be able to meet all of you and learn from you and just kind of understand the dynamic of how you interact and what you bring to each other and what you're bringing to your businesses.
Okay, well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And speaking of finding help, we're going to go to Sean, who is a recruiting company. I believe you're in California, Sean?
I am in California. I'm in Los Angeles. So thank you so much for the introduction, Howard. For the last 15 years, I've owned a recruiting company. We do a lot of hospitality and healthcare, among some other fields. And to give you an idea, one of the places we worked recently with, recent placement was in Sonoma. It's called Lodge. It's French Laundry, which is a Thomas Keller chef. He has a restaurant there that he's part owner in. And we had gotten a sous chef that was a difficult hire, mostly because of the area and also that. So that was something we did. We got an operations person recently for a chain in the South that's does restaurants. So we've been doing this again 15 years. And what I think is unique about our company is we're the only company that recruits by the week. Typically, this saves companies like between 70 to 80%. And I can do this because my whole team is in Manila. I have 20 people that work for me, and that really differentiates my firm from other companies. We've also done accounting positions, so all different positions, but we did an executive chef for a CCRC, which is like a retirement community, and they have 400 residents. So this person's serving 1,200 meals a day. So again, we'd love to be a resource. Appreciate Howard having us here, and thank you again to the group for allowing me to speak.
Absolutely. How can we reach you? I forgot to ask everybody to do that. Just tell us how we can reach you.
So I'm on phone number. I guess my contact information will be there. You can call me, you can text me, you can I'm available most of the time. Even though I'm on the West Coast, I do work somewhat East Coast hours. I start at 6 o'clock in the morning, so about 9 a.m. East Coast time. And again, please let me know if I can be helpful. One of the things I pride myself on, I just want to say this before finish, is I pride myself on being a connector. I always ask people I do business with in my restaurants, well, what are your needs? What's going on? I know somebody talked about, repping shoes or being, doing that. We have workers' comp issues. I have sometimes attorney issues that come up. I have accounting, all different things come up for the restaurants we're working for. So it's great to be in a group like this so I can refer out needs that my clients have. And I look at myself as a connector first and secondly, a recruiter. So again, thank you.
Well, welcome. And the reason I ask you to give a phone number or an email address is because we record this and it's on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry. So my phone number is I'll give you both. I'll give you, it's 818-783-6981. And then my email address is Sean@DeVoreRecruiting.com. Again, it's Sean, my first name, @DeVoreRecruiting.com. And the phone number is 818-783-6981. And again,
Okay.
thank you, Howard.
Great. Welcome aboard. Charles, hey, are you there?
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, I switched to the phone because the computer was giving me trouble.
All right, you're up. Tell us who
All
you
right,
are, what you do, and how we can reach you.
my name's Charles Hay. I teach food safety. We do it in 4 hours instead of the really long 8. And you can reach me at On the Fly Food Safety. My phone number is 904-923-2577. Or you can email me at info@ontheflyfoodsafety.com. And we're going to be in Miami the 25th. If anybody or you know anybody that needs a class, I'm using my friend's website for right now, just for the travel portion. And he's Expo Food Safety. And you can look up Miami and Orlando. But I look forward to coming down there and visiting.
Okay, well, welcome aboard. I just want to mention something about this group. This group was founded right at the beginning of COVID. We used to have a group that met in person, and during COVID, of course, nobody was meeting in person, so we started this on Zoom. And what happened is we were able to get people from around the country to become members. People like Sean and people like Chris in New Orleans and in Louisiana, and people all around the country. So we've evolved into a national networking group within the food service industry, and seems to be working out okay. Right, Steve Geller?
Yep, sure is.
All right, Steve is here as a somewhat new, older member. He's working with. You want to tell us how you're handling that?
Yeah, my company is Leasing Solutions. I finance equipment in all industries, but I partner with Pam Hewitt at PFC Financing in the food industry. We work together on transactions. I'm always reachable. I'm a banker by profession. My phone number is 845-362-6106. I'm always available.
If you want to send me an email with that piece of equipment that you have, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, great. Thanks, Howard.
John Marinek, you with us?
Yes, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We hear
Okay.
you.
All right.
All right, tell us who you are, what you do.
John Marinek Food Service Consultants. We design restaurants, and if you ever need a design, we're the people to call. We've been doing this for a long time and know all the codes and the fastest way to get you open. So 954-817-1183.
And John's got offices in several different cities around the country. Let's go to Terry Lena. Good morning.
Good morning, Terry Lena, Workwear Outfitters. We manufacture innovative workwear apparel with oil block technology is just one of them, from front of the house to the back of the house. I did want to share quickly with the group, our team worked the bar and restaurant show in Vegas, and they said it was a success. I'm actually working, and I've never worked this before. It's this weekend. It's the Motel and Hotel Association Conference in Naples. Has anyone ever worked that before?
Heard of it.
No. It's supposed to be geared towards all the cruise lines, so I'll let you know how that one goes. But I just wanted to share that with the group. You can reach me at 720-244-4972. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Chris Rodriguez, good morning.
Morning, everybody. So our company is Strategic Supply Chain Partners. We work with small to mid-market restaurateurs and restaurant companies to improve their purchasing programs. We negotiate enhanced master distribution agreements with their broadline distributors, your US Foods, Cisco's, PFG's, Cheney's, Gordon, all the big guys. We work directly with manufacturers to negotiate manufacturer direct pricing programs, deviated programs. We have relationships with a variety of purchasing groups as well that we can bring to the table. We're having a lot of success with that. Most recently, Buyer's Edge being one we're doing a lot of work with now also. But we're unaffiliated with any of those, which makes us completely agnostic. Our job is to work as an outsourced purchasing department exclusively for the benefit of our clients. We typically save between 8 and 15%. I know for a lot of people that sounds crazy, but there literally is that much cash flow on the table because most restaurateurs don't know what they don't know about how logistics work and how pricing works and what they're actually getting charged. And we cut through all of that to get to best possible price for our clients. So, and similar to what Angela was saying, you know, we're a bunch of, you know, we industry professionals who's been around for a long time. So our real mission is just to help people improve their business and what they're doing. So we're 100% contingency based for the most part, although we do have some agreements we put together that are a combination of fee and contingency based on save we generate. But there's no cost to take a look at what we can do. There's no cost to the client unless we actually find savings. Typically, we have a really good referral program. 10% of anything that we earn off of a client, we pay to the referral partner for the lifetime of the contract we put in place. So it could be a mailbox money opportunity for 2 to 4 years for a referral. So anyway, strategic supply chain partners, glad to meet all the new people. And if we can help anybody, certainly give us a holler. And as always, Howard and Terry post all the contact information after the meeting.
Hey, thank you. And Angela, Chris has years of experience running restaurants, so he's a great resource.
Yeah, we've already
sent
connected.
And Angela, we should definitely talk. I think that we could perhaps do some good stuff together.
I'm excited. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Terry R., good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Terry. I own Creative Business Impressions. I am a 20+ year veteran of the promotional products industry, so I can provide anything that you can possibly think of that you would put your company logo on. So I always like to promote something in particular each week. So if you look behind me, you'll see kind of a picture of this great product that can be used in a restaurant for upsell. If you want to get some form of a loyalty program with a customer, this is a great little product. And the beauty of it is for drinks, the beauty of it is the bottom of it comes off for easy cleaning, which is very rare.
Nice.
So anyway, I've been doing it for over 20 years. So I can provide anything that you can possibly think of with your logo. I provide proofs. I'm a small company, but I have the same resources as the large companies without the overhead. My phone number is 561-308-1393.
Okay, thank you. Randy, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Randy Computis here with Heartland Payroll. Angela and the new folks, welcome aboard. We were just in Austin for our first quarter sales conference at the Fairmont. Great facility.
Yeah, I've actually been there.
Payroll. Oh yeah, fantastic. Great food and music. That was my third time there for meetings. Heartland Payroll, we are the exclusive and endorsed partner of not only the NRA, but all the state associations. I'm proud to sit and work with the FRLA here in Florida. Heartland Payroll, we are a preferred partner of the FRLA, and we handle everything from startups to acquisitions, multiple accounts. Our proprietary software, we handle applicant tracking, onboarding, WOTC tax credits, everything needed for payroll, we do in one login. So if you are needing payroll, HR, merchant solutions, I can be reached at 585-622-2993. Stay dry, everybody.
Thank you. Azalea, good morning.
Randy gave you a hint. He's in South Florida because it's pouring here.
Yes, it is.
So
Oh, yeah, it
guys,
is.
my name's Azalea. Like Randy, I work in South Florida, so in Broward and Miami, Miami-Dade, Broward County, and I am a business broker. I just checked before logging in. We have 46 restaurants that we're selling right now. So if somebody wants to sell their restaurant or they want to buy a restaurant, or I can also put on my headband for commercial real estate. I also do commercial real estate. So if you want to find a home for your restaurant, give me a call. If you want to sell one or buy one, give me a call. My number is 786-457-2796. And just like Sean said, Sean, I don't know if it's your first time in the meeting, but I love, like you said, being a resource to my clients. A lot of them are small, hardworking, family-owned businesses, and this group has provided me with, you need somebody to help you with your cost, here you go. You need someone with communications, here you go. Promotional items, here you go. Like, my pockets are full of amazing people that can help my restaurant owners. So I think you'll find a lot of value in this group.
So I have a question for you. So as it pertains to commercial real estate, you're probably licensed in Florida,
Yes,
but your restaurants, are they only in Florida?
South Florida, yeah.
Okay.
Miami-Dade and Broward, yeah.
Okay.
We have, let's see. Let's go to Gabby. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Gabby with Worksite PEO. We're a full-service HR outsourcing company that specializes in the restaurant and hospitality industry. We do everything, all things HR, from payroll, workers' comp, 401k. In HR consultation, we can put handbooks and standard operating procedures in place. And then the biggest thing that we help our clients with is the FICA tip tax credit. A lot of restaurants don't know that they're able to qualify for money back from the government for their FICA tip tax credit. And we actually do that free of charge to our restaurant clients. And like everyone else in here, I love being a resource to my clients. We have everything from 5-person restaurants all the way to hundreds of people. But everyone in here has been a great resource for me, and it just, overall, it makes you look more like an expert, subject matter expert, rather than just another vendor. Gabby with Worksite PEO, 561-479-7474.
Thank you. Stephanie, good morning.
Hi, good morning, everybody. How are you all? So Mark and I are Brilliant Computers. Today I was actually out running around to a client, working on a PowerPoint presentation, the first PowerPoint presentation I've worked on in a long time. I kind of had a funny thing that I wanted to share. I realized back in my day, when I was, working on presentations and things like that, PowerPoint, was still kind of the way to make any collection of pictures and words that, we wanted to create at that time. And now, people are using Reels, for that same thing. And yes, of course, if you're doing a presentation and you need to click on the space bar and change the screen like that. But have things changed, and we're with you, Brilliant Computers. We do all things technology, business email, hosting and servicing, hardware and software implementation and servicing, really anything that you can think of. When in doubt, reach out. And we're keeping up with the changing environment with technology. If we don't know off the bat, how to fix something, we definitely are going to learn, and we work hard so you can keep working. Our website is brilliantcomputers.com. The best number to reach us is 561-877-1119. But if you would like to open up a request for technical support, you can email support, SUPPORT, at brilliantcomputers.com. And that will open up a ticket for you and get you the fastest response. So thanks always, Howard, for having us.
Good. Thank you. Let's go to Helen and Rob.
Hi, how are you, everybody? We run Delicious Spoonfuls. It's a nonprofit 501c3. ice cream cart, mobile ice cream cart business and
Ice cream catering.
ice cream catering. And we do all kinds of events, bar mitzvahs, weddings, parties, every corporate events, anything you could think of. We are, again, mobile. At the same time, I'd like to share some things. We recently got connections with individuals. One individual has a foundation. He has a daughter with autism. I can't mention the name. And
Anyway.
they're willing to pay for all of our events, which was really very exciting.
Those that aren't the private events. That
Right.
are posted.
We also met with 3 fundraisers who also are going to be assisting us as well. And I got a call this week from the Freemasons of Fort Lauderdale. They are presenting us with a $500 check on April 16th in Fort Lauderdale. They're going to be honoring us. So we're really, really very excited about this. We're booked now until July. We have 2 events coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And if the weather holds up, I don't know. WPTV, the Treasure Coast, is supposed to come down today and interview us later this afternoon, God willing. We'll have to postpone it. But that's basically what we do. And I just want to let everybody know that Howard and Terry, this group is just astonishing. It's fantastic. It encompasses so many people, which you just said before. It's better to go on Zoom and reach out to so many people, not just here in this country.
It's
but
like you're my Rolodex.
Right. Better than a regular one-to-one. So you're doing an absolutely stupendous job.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And just for the new folks, Helen and Rob came to us pretty much before they had anything going, and they utilized the expertise of the group's members, and they're smoking now. They're booked to the end of the year, so we're all proud of them.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. So it's
Very
not
cool.
easy. You got to persist. Oh, God.
Yes.
Like Rick Kay says.
All right, let's go to TRN Terry.
After that, good grief. So many wonderful comments from all of you. I truly am grateful. Howard has put this group together and done, I would say, 90% of the work himself. And for that, I'm grateful. So many things going on in the world and people complaining about things. It is just delightful, and we are blessed to have each and every one of you. And I just really wanted to say thank you all for being here and for all the wonderful things that you say about us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Helen's haircut's beautiful. It looks really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
I
I
have to do
want
the color next, but you know, there's only so much time.
Yeah, it looks good. I took 3 inches off, so, but
Yeah.
Now tell us what you do, Terry.
Well, I will, dear. When what I do is lead a team of people that get us, something that is not done in the country by any means of anybody's imagination, to the extent that we do it, and that is a monthly leads report. This report, in our first group, I think everyone gets it. Second group, I know a lot of people get it. And what this group does is put together leads for me. I get them all arranged and get them out to you by the 9th or 10th of the month in an Excel spreadsheet. And what this is we guarantee you 50 brand new leads every month. Last month it was 80, the month before it was 70 something, a lot of brand new leads every single month for 1 year for one price. The group gets a different price than what you're going to see on the website. So please ignore that. If you want to sample, you're new here, you're going to get the owner's names, you're going to get the phone numbers, the email addresses, what the facility is. And here is, and a lot of them I'm noticing, we have a lot of food, like the Great Southern Box Food Hall up in Orlando. You're going to get who it's managed by, who the VP of Development of Food Halls is, and some of the vendors that will be in that. So you kind of know they're leaning towards the Hispanic immigrant, kind of is how it's worded on their website. Like Coyote Jamaican Grill, Alo Cubano Kitchen, things like that. And then Orange County Brewers is going to be the actual anchor for this, which is huge. So anybody that would like a sample, email me, terry@trnusa.com. I'm happy to send you out a sample. And by the way, when Howard tells you he puts all this information into a spreadsheet and he records it, it goes on our YouTube page. So when restaurateurs or other vendors watch this, I'll get an email that says, hey, I just saw this. Can I get a sample? So it's not just the people in the group. We're reaching tons of people. I mean, thousands and thousands of people. So again, thank you for your compliments. They're very well received. And it was very hard to go after that because I was like in tears. But thank you, and everybody have a good weekend. If you have any questions, always call me 561-620-8888. We welcome the new members. Stephanie, thank you, and Mark for helping us. We really appreciated a lot of stuff that you can do remotely, so no one has to be here.
Yes.
Azalea, thank you so much for those great leads that you sent over. That's a first. I've not gotten a sheet like that ever, so I greatly appreciate that. She helped me out. She saw things and she sent things over, so that was terrific. We always welcome that. And Terry's always there. She's been there since the beginning of the group. When we were meeting in person, she was there. She would bring in samples and we would give, when we go out, we take spreadsheets of, so if a restaurant, I see a restaurant's opening here, we got this, we got this, we got this. So they're going to take that spreadsheet and they're going to call who's ever on it. So that's kind of a new thing. So anyway, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Yes.
Just before I forget and before we run out of time, next week we have our combined meeting. The 9 o'clock group and the 11 o'clock group are going to meet together at 10 a.m. And I will send out next week a specific link for that meeting. You can't use the link for this one. So remember that 10 o'clock next week, please try to be there. There's a lot of new people, as you see today, and more new people coming. I want to double back to the people that are new here today. Just if you forgot anything, and tell us how we can reach you. Let's start again with Vito.
I just posted my phone number there. I also put it on the chat as far as my website, my email address, and the phone number again. Other than that, Sean, I'd like to talk to you at some point because I heard you mentioned Manila. And I have 27 developers in the Philippines as well. So be interesting for us to maybe talk to each other.
Definitely we'll get in contact with you, and thank you so much for that. It would be wonderful. I'm just taking a quick screenshot. I have your information there, so I'll definitely get in contact with you after the meeting.
Okay. That's it. Thank you, Howard.
Okay. Thanks for coming. Sean, you have anything you want to add, or?
No, I just want to thank everybody. I'm really excited to be here. I've been working in hospitality for, again, 15 years, and it's just wonderful to have other people learn about your businesses. So thank you all for allowing me to be here, and I'm excited to be hopefully part of the group if Howard will have me and everybody else. So thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. And Charles, hey, I used to have a client, Charles Day.
Oh, I think that might be a different part of the alphabet family. But yeah, I mean, we just want to do food safety anywhere in Florida. If you need me, if I'm free the next day, I'll come to you. Or if you got enough big enough group, I'd always love to visit Texas or other states. So, I mean, we're at your service. We're going to be doing mock health inspections for people as well, if you're interested in that. And I'm working on doing HACCP variances, but that'll be in probably like a month or two.
Can I
Okay.
ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
About your mock inspections, have you ever considered doing that virtually? So whereas it, because, you know, even in our restaurant, I've told the back of the house, guys, somebody could walk in at any moment. And I had somebody who was a regional manager for a big chain who was willing to do it, and we were going to pay her to do it. But I thought to myself, I don't know if there's any reason, it may not be as thorough, but I don't know if there's not any reason you could do it virtually where the owner knows you're coming and we literally walk through the kitchen in the restaurant. And
I mean, we could try it. I mean, I'm all for it, but it's basically like, you know, it'd be kind of, everybody's probably seen Aliens, but you'd have like be on the mic, be like, you know, pan left, pan right. That might get old real quick.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when you go there, like, what I usually do is I just start on the outside, just and inspect the dumpsters and just do like whatever the health inspector does, and probably a little bit more thorough than that, and then start rummaging through their walk-in and reaching and ask them why there's out-of-date stuff in there, and check out the ice machine as well, because that's always a big one.
And you can get your temperature controls virtually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's equipment where because I do have I guess it's a partnership thing with ThermoWorks, and you install those, and they can record the temperatures for your walk-ins over the cloud, and you can always document it. Same with your dishwashing machine and your ThermoPen. So it definitely digitizes everything and probably makes it a lot easier on keeping logs, and saves a lot on headaches. But they're really good company as well.
Okay, helpful.
Charles, there's a member of our group who is a disinfecting spray company. He's not here today, but there's somebody, I think I'll have him reach out to you or vice versa. They probably help each other.
Almost definitely. I mean, we're still trying to fill up spaces in the 25th. So if you do know anybody, have them reach out to me, and I can give them a link to where you can get booked, or they can bring cash, whatever works.
Okay. Did I miss anybody on the return trip? Anybody want to add anything to what they have already said? Okay, we've got about 5 minutes, which is really not enough time for what I wanted to do, but I'm going to start us off anyway. Azalea, this is going to be right in your wheelhouse, I think. I belong to a lot of groups on Facebook and on LinkedIn, and which leads me to say that any email blast that we might do for your company, for example, Terry Lena's company was featured in the Nashville section of our centerfold, which you should all take a look at trnusa.com. And we did email blast for her on the ad that we ran for her, and she got, I believe it was over 3,000 people reading it, and 59 or 60 people clicked on the link to sign up to get information, and that does not include all the social media postings that we did, and we can reach close to 500,000 people with all of these different platforms. So it's something I want to mention that to you, that you can use for your company. Anyway, the groups that I belong to, who see all my posts, this was a letter that was posted by somebody anonymously, and I'm going to read it to you. And if you want to talk about it now, fine. If not, we'll pick it up again next week. Oh, if anybody wants to do a presentation to the group, perhaps next week when the groups are combined, please let me know. It doesn't have to be very long. It can be 10, 15 minutes. And that would be helpful to you and to the groups. So here's the letter. Looking for some insight here on a buyout. My wife and I are older and just don't have it in us to go any longer than another couple of years. We currently own a takeout and catering only restaurant. We are well established in our area by remaining in operation for over 50 years in a small town of around 15,000 people. Our average ticket is about $20 to $25, and we bring in around 1.5 million a year in revenue. We have very little debt, less than 200,000, mostly equipment, vehicles, no loans. Our location is not highly sought after, and the town we operate in has very little to zero tourism. No seasonal traffic yet. We stay busy year round. I have read articles online on how to value your business, but nothing is giving me a real world assessment like I know I can get from this group. You guys live the life just like we do. Your opinions hold weight. I was lucky enough to be next in line in the family to buy into it at a deeply discounted price many years ago. I know it's only worth what somebody else is willing to pay. My question is, where should we start with negotiations? This will be our retirement, and we want to make sure we don't sell ourselves short. Any comment? Any help?
Well, I mean, I sold a olive oil and balsamic vinegar store. I mean, just depending on how they price it and what's going on in the economy, they can either get really good money for it or really not good money for it. But they need to have their books and, basically a checklist of everything that they have and have a really honest value on it, because whoever does buy it's going to really pick it apart, and they could be very disappointed in what it's actually worth, because a lot of equipment, you depreciate it so much, it's out the door pricing on that.
Yeah, anybody who's selling a restaurant or a car or a house always seems to think that it's worth more than it actually is. So these people are trying to get a real true value.
Howard, if I may add, a good starting point is always 2 to 3 times what they're netting. So at the end of the year, if they're netting 100,000 times 2 or times 3, plus if there's any special equipment, and yes, the oven gets used a lot and it's devalued, but if it's in the kitchen, it's valued more. So, but then it doesn't really always work out that way, because if you're in a place that the only restaurant for sale is yours, then there's more it adds more value to it, If like it happens with body shops in Miami-Dade County, they're not giving any more. Hold on, I gotta back up. They're not giving any more permits for spray booths. So now your body shop is worth more, because they're not giving any more permits for that spray booth that you need. But a good starting point would be to just do do times 2 or times 3 of what they're netting. I think that'd be a really good way to start, and then just add or subtract depending on other things like equipment or the availability of restaurant spaces in their area.
The value of permits, like you said.
Right, if they're fully permitted, all the equipment is in place, they have a great reputation, they actually have sales, they have a following, clientele. I love that they said that there is no tourism and they make good money.
She's correct, Howard. average single proprietor restaurant in the United States sells for about 2.5, 3 times earnings. The owner has the opportunity to make adjustments to earnings for, things that an owner might pull out of the business from a cash standpoint. But, the numbers are pretty simple. The average restaurant in the United States does about 1.5 million, does about 5 cents on a dollar. So you're looking at 75 to 100,000 times 2.5 to 3. You're looking at 250 to 300,000. Just quickly ballparking what a typical deal looks like.
I brought it up in the earlier group. The fact that they've been in business 50 years and they've established themselves in the community, that's got to be worth something as well.
In a solid community that doesn't have a bunch of people coming in and out. Another thing I would suggest, I'm a member of the Business Brokers of Florida.
I got to jump, guys. I'm sorry. I got an 11 o'clock call. Great seeing everybody. Bye.
Bye. I'm sure wherever they're from, there's a business broker organization also, and we have access to like the last 40 years of sales. So in our database, we can put a bakery that is making 300,000 a year. What should it sell for? And it gives us averages and means. So that's another good suggestion for them to partner up with their local business broker that has access to information like that can point them into what is selling in that area at what price.
Yeah, I apologize for bringing this up with such short time to discuss it, but keeping them in mind, maybe we'll pick it up again next week or the week after. Remember, next week, 10 a.m., the link will go out next week. I want to thank everybody that came today, especially our new folks. We hope to see you back again. I'll send you all a little letter. And unless anybody has anything else.
Just remember the next week is Good Friday. So my company is off next Friday.
Yeah, I know. I brought that up when we scheduled it, and nobody seemed to have an issue with it. So
okay,
it is what it is.